Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. Well, Bill Clinton, as you probably heard, was a vegan. He had a quadruple bypass surgery in 2004 and finally some stents placed in his heart in 2010. And right about then is when he got serious about his health. He read some books, strangely by Dr. Dean Ornish, Dr. Esselstyn, and even the China Study by T. Colin Campbell. And the message from those books was clear. If you want to live a long time, if you want to prevent the major causes of disease, in his case, heart disease, a plant-based diet was the way to go. So he was doing great on it too. I'm vegan as well, and I know that you're eating plant-based diet, which is, do you just feel much better?
Oh yeah.
However, he decided to quit his vegan lifestyle and go paleo, low-carb, high-protein when his wife, Hillary, introduced him to Dr. Mark Hyman. Dr. Hyman told Bill that his vegan diet contained too much starch and not enough good quality protein. He also claims that weight loss is more difficult for vegans. Wow, there's just so much there I could go after, but let's focus. Let's take a look at the claim about vegans and weight loss, because Dr. Hyman is just plain wrong there. Well, when Dr. Bernard, who happens to be a vegan doctor who is a diabetes specialist, when he was on The Doctor, he had some really great things to say about vegans and weight loss.
In fact, I have a chart. This is from the American Diabetes Association, the non-vegetarians, your average meat eater. Their body mass index, which, as you know, ought to be below 25. Oops, they're pushing 29 almost. But the only group that's right in the smack in the middle of the healthy weight range is the vegans.
Wow, numbers like that don't lie. Vegans were the only group to have a BMI of under 25, which is considered a healthy weight. Well, let's get back to Bill Clinton's weight. Was he overweight? Was he having a hard time losing weight as a vegan? Perhaps that's why Dr. Hyman wanted to switch Bill Clinton's diet out to paleo.
How much weight have you lost?
This is the third week in a row where I will weigh less than I did the day I finished high school.
Wow.
Wow, Bill, that's really, really impressive. I can't even match those gains that you got as a vegan, those lean gains. However, the fact remains that you've left what was working out really well for you over to what your new doctor has told you to do, to eat a bunch of animal fat. Why is Dr. Hyman telling you this? It turns out Dr. Hyman really, really loves his fat.
I love lamb fat.
Really?
Yes.
Nice grass-fed lamb, huh?
Yes, that's my favorite fat.
Wow, that's really, really, really gross, guys. I'm gonna stick to my avocados, nuts, and seeds if I want some overt fats. But let's get back to Bill Clinton here. You know, he lost all this weight as a vegan, so now switching over to this high-fat, high-protein diet, wouldn't his new doctor be concerned that eating all this fat is gonna make Bill Clinton more fat and reverse all those lean gains that he made as a vegan? Well, let's watch Dr. Hyman explain his thoughts on fat and weight loss in a recent video he did on Mind Body Green.
You know, fat doesn't make you fat. That was a theory. Fat has 9 calories per gram. It's going to make you fat. In fact, the word fat and being fat are the same word. It's just a bad error.
Right.
It's just the language kind of got it messed up. So we think if we eat fat, we're going to become fat. In fact, the opposite is often true. Even on the same calories, the people who eat the more the fat will actually lose weight.
Well, that's strange because the data in the China Study, which happens to be the most comprehensive study of nutrition ever conducted, it shows the exact opposite. For a standardized 143-pound body weight, the Chinese ate over 600 more calories a day and less than half of the fat of the Americans. So that would be impossible given what Dr. Hyman just said about those who eat a high-fat diet weigh less than those who eat low-fat. All right, remember now that Bill Clinton went vegan because of his heart disease, so he and his new doctor should be concerned. Is this new diet going to help or is it going to make worse his heart disease situation? Well, strangely enough, on another Mind Body Green talk, Dr. Hyman sits right down next to a vegan cardiologist, Dr. Joel Kahn, and let's see what he says about eating a plant-based diet and reversing heart disease.
And I have both read the literature, visited with Dean Ornish, visited with Dr. Esselstyn, the Cleveland Clinic, and others, and I've seen plaque regress by limiting fats to less than 10%, which is the Okinawan diet. Okinawan diet, the longest lived people in the world have 9% of their diet from fat.
All right, did you catch that? Arterial plaque decreases when limiting your fats to less than 10%. Not a high-fat diet, less than 10% of your calories from fat. So, what did the Okinawans eat exactly?
But their diet is 65% sweet potato. It's 20% white rice. It's very low. It's less than 4% animal fat and less than 10% protein. It's the 80-10-10 diet.
So in other words, not a high-fat meat diet. Bunch of sweet potatoes and rice, starches. But ironically, that's what Dr. Hyman said Bill Clinton was eating too much of, starches, and needed to go paleo instead. So instead of recommending an 80-10-10 style low-protein diet like what the Okinawans and how we eat, Dr. Hyman instead urges us to eat protein all the time, like a lot of other TV doctors that we've encountered. Protein for breakfast, protein for lunch, protein snacks, protein, protein, protein.
You got to eat some type of protein for breakfast every day. It could be whole omega-3 eggs, a protein shake, nut butters, some form of protein.
Eggs and protein for breakfast. That sounds so familiar. Where did I hear that before? I'm trying to remember. It seems so familiar.
But a slice of bacon, maybe a quarter of the calories of what you're going to find in a
see, I
bagel.
see.
And
So
there's
it's
protein in
calories.
it. Yes, there's some
Right.
fats in it. But the way our bodies process it, you can lose 10, 15 pounds.
Do you have diabetes? Well, no problem. Just eat a bunch of fat.
That when you eat fat, it actually helps to treat and prevent diabetes and prediabetes. When you eat sugar, it causes it.
Let's get back to Dr. Bernard once again, who happens to be a diabetes specialist, a researcher, and a doctor who treats patients. He changes their diets, and as a result, these patients are able to get rid of their diabetes and pre-diabetic conditions. How does he do it? What kind of food does he give them?
The first is no animal products. That means a vegan diet. Second, we keep oils very low. So instead of pouring oil all over our food, we keep it to a minimum. And what we have seen is that people who have diabetes improve, their blood sugars come down. In many cases, they reduce their medicine, and sometimes they get off their medicines completely.
All right, so none of this adds up to me. I have no idea why Bill Clinton, who was having success as a vegan, and he knew why he was vegan because of his heart disease situation. And as all those books he read showed, it's the best diet, it's the best lifestyle change you can make to not get a second heart attack like he was facing. So what caused him to just throw that all away because his wife Hillary gets this new paleo doctor and comes in praising fat, animal fat. What causes a person to go switch to a diet that has been shown by science to actually cause the disease that you're trying to fight? It makes no sense to me. So that's where I want you guys to come in and help me think this through. What's going on here? Is there something greater, some kind of conspiracy theory like the powers that be, like the food and pharmaceutical and medical industries don't want to see a vegan in the White House as a first husband? That would be bad. People would say, oh, maybe I should eat less meat. They don't want that. Or is Bill just confused? I don't know. You guys got to help me out here. Let me know if you know something that I don't know. So hopefully you got something out of this video. You saw how a plant-based diet is the way to go for all people, Bill Clinton included, if you want to stay healthy and not be obese, get heart disease, stroke, cancer, and the like. So I like this video. If you got something out of it, again, comment down below, chime in, and subscribe if you're new to our channel here. And you'll get more from Angie and I here at Happy Healthy Vegan. So until next time, my friends, don't be like Bill, be like old Bill. Keep it carb, baby. Keep it carved.
What do you guys think about coffee?
Good.
It's the greatest source of antioxidants
It
in
is.
American
All
diet.
right, 3 hands up.
That's actually
Coffee's a winner.
It's a drug.
It's a drug.